YouTube, what's up, man? It's the one and only master myself. I'm over here tapped in. And I want to talk to you simply about the fact that if you can't upgrade your nervous system, what's the point? The whole objective through everything that you're doing is you have an intention to essentially upgrade your nervous system, right? Anything that you want in this life, you're going to have to go get it. And how are you going to go get it? Well, you've never in your life done that yet before, right? You haven't had the outcome or the experience. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is getting to that. Because it's simply a feeling. It's simply an upgrading of your nervous system. But first, we're going to tap in, man. Welcome, everybody. I go by the name Master myself, and I'm here in IMC Nation. Coming to you, streaming to you live from Las Vegas, man. Tapped in. You understand me? It's almost midnight, but it's been a pleasure, and it's been an honor, and it's been an experience of life today. You understand me? That's the best way to say it. You feel me? And that's where we at with it. You know what I'm saying? So salute. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's tapping in. Appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna get started shortly. We're gonna finish the tap in here. So that I know. It's time to upgrade the nervous system. Glasses is hella quick. There they go. A little better. They get better and better, you know what I'm saying? Alright, after this song, it's a very short song, but it's a very powerful song, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and tap in. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Once again, it's time to upgrade your nervous system. That's what we're talking about today. Woo! Ooh, we finding inside, I'm free. I'll be, yeah. My heart is the key. I say, who are we, yeah. I'll be, and my heart is the key. I've been asking all the time, living around and I'm looking in the eyes, living on the line. Yeah. Yeah, I'm free, hey. I'm free, yeah. Yeah, I see, hey. I'm free. Let me tell you something about me, hey. It's clean, yeah. Yeah, okay. Such a beautiful song, man. How do you... All right, well, we're going to go ahead and tap in right here, man. Today is February 3rd, 2026, man. I go by the name Master myself, and I'm here and I'm ready to serve. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, before I get started, I haven't been doing these disclaimers, but I got to do them. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, knowing and understanding everything that I do and say here is done under the banner of entertainment. All right, so don't take what it is I say seriously. Number two, this is for adults and adults only. No kids, no children in the room. Number three, this is for adults. So as an adult, remember you're responsible for your own actions. All right. Number four is man, I feel like I'm missing one. I think I am. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what I say may be explicit. You know what I'm saying? So you've been been warned. You're an adult. You know what I'm saying? So be responsible for your own actions. Don't take what it is I say and take it out of context. Make sure you apply it to your life properly. Again, I go by the name Master myself, and I'm here and I'm ready to serve. All right, man. Today it's an honor and a privilege. I'm gonna have this song playing in the background, okay? It's an honor and a privilege to really, come to you and have an opportunity to speak to you about your own nervous system. You know what I'm saying? This is something that, when you learn how to upgrade your nervous system, you realize that that's been the answer that you've been looking for. You understand me? Whatever it is that you want in life, it simply is associated with a feeling. And that feeling is not the end result. The feeling is actually pointing to the thing that we're going to be talking about, right? Because in order to upgrade your nervous system, you're going to have to get yourself to a certain place. And that certain place is what we're going to be talking about, all right? But before I go ahead and continue, I definitely want to make mention, if you have not yet um, seen the link in my bio, tap in, all right? Get it while it is available, okay? Man, I don't know if I'm seeing the chats here. It says chat filter top messages. I want to see all messages. There we go. That's weird. I wasn't even seeing messages. Yeah, so hit the link in the bio, you know what I'm saying? Tap in and see what's available. You might come into something that is useful for yourself. What I've been doing is I've been building products that I myself need. You understand me? So I've been building different, audios and things of that nature that have helped me begin to reprogram my own subconscious. You understand me? Because why? Because I was in a certain condition, I was in a certain experience in this life that I had to build my way out of. You know what I'm saying? I had to figure it out. And that's what I've been doing on a continuous basis. So I'm talking about upgrading your nervous system. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because it's important for you to know and understand that it's your responsibility, right? Whoever it is that you are, whatever it is you got going on for your life, it's your responsibility to be in response with your own nervous system. What does that mean, right? What is your nervous system? Well, without going to an actual definition or a dictionary or whatever the case may be, your nervous system, simply put, is your reactionary, body, right? Your nervous body, right, is what you're going to become aware of. And as you become aware of your own nervous system, you actually begin to operate on a higher plane, a higher level than everybody else. See, everybody else in this world is going for a status. They're going for an accomplishment, a goal of some sort, right? But why are they going for that? This is deep. I want y'all to really understand what I'm getting ready to tell you right now, right? Why are they going for that? What is it that is associated with that goal, with that purpose, with that dream, that aspiration? What is that? What is their desire that they're going after? Think about yourself. What is it for you? For me, it is wealth, right? Or it has been wealth, right? Or it has been what looks to be success with women, right? Relationships and things of that nature. It has been this a certain type of car. You understand me? An Aston Martin. You know what I'm saying? It's been, having my own home and things of that nature, right? These are aspirations that I put outside of myself. But why do I want those things? This is very, very deep. When you come to the truth underneath it all, you come to understand that it's simply the thing that points to this is what we call a feeling, right? I began to mention this in the very beginning of the video. That feeling is simply pointing to one thing, one experience of yours. And what is that experience? Well, have you ever been in what they call a flow state? Have you ever been in a flow to where your life is just making sense? It feels like you're Superman. You feels like you're limitless. Have you ever seen the movie Limitless? Have you ever been in a state of absolute coherence with life, meaning you were in harmony with life. Things were just happening for you, right? You had a certain momentum about you, right? There was things that were playing out in your life that you began to make sense of. And as you made sense of these things started to play out in your experience. You didn't realize that what created that experience, what created the circumstances and situations that were operating at your highest level, at your highest self, at your highest potential. What is that? It's in the words in which I just said, right? But it's this thing that they call the flow state, right? What is the flow state? It's a state, right? It's not the feeling that we want in life, right? When we talk about upgrading your nervous system, it's not the feeling that comes with the desire or it comes with the experience, whatever the case may be. It's not that. What's longer lasting than that feeling? It's a state. And what is a state? My mentor told a story of his master Kwanjinim. Kwanjinim in martial arts and our martial arts the art that we study was Korean karate, and Kwanjinim means grandmaster, right? You know, so the grandmaster was in conversation with his class, and he taught this lesson. And essentially, he was saying that Tony Robbins, you know what I'm saying, was the first one to introduce this thought and ideal, essentially into this, you know, at least this philosophy that his grandmaster was teaching him. But essentially, it was, you know, there was a protocol. Essentially, they would get on the bus at one point in time, and them getting on the bus, you know, they had to, you know, when you're in a certain martial arts, you gotta be coherent with your teacher. You gotta be coherent with the class. You gotta be in tune and be sharp. Otherwise, you're gonna be behind. You're gonna be left behind because why? We're moving as a unit. We're training as a unit. We're learning how to move and operate together, right? So keeping that in mind, not in mind, in body, right? Uh, I say that. Why do I say that? You know, because if you get lost in your mind, you get lost in the thoughts and in the ideals that are up here, you forget that it's the grounding that you need within your body, right? It's not even anything that's you're thinking, right? We get lost in our thoughts. Many people get lost in their mind and lost in their thoughts, and they don't have a way to really, you know, what they need to do is ground themselves. Why? Because they forgot that they are a body. We're not our head. We're not our thoughts. We're not our consciousness. No, we are our body, right? But anyways, getting back to the story. So my mentor was telling us this story, you know what I'm saying, as in class, and he was telling us that when he would get on, you know what I'm saying, the bus, for example, he had to change his state. And the question was, you know, how fast can you change your state? And it was this fast, right, was the answer. So, you know, being aware of how fast can you change the state in which you're existing. Because why? Because the state is the main communication with your life, right? You being aware of your state of mind, you being aware of the state or the condition in which you which led you to the experience that you wanted, right? Think about the last manifestation that you had, right? The last achievement or goal or satisfaction of you getting the desire that you want. Think about that, right? Now understand that that came from as a result of you acquiring a certain type of experience, and that experience came from, sorry, you acquired a certain type of state, and that experience came from that state of mind, right? So you're operating at a different level when you understand that it's not the goal, it's not the purpose, it's not the objective outside of me that I'm looking for. It's not the outcome outside of me that I'm looking for. No, that's not it. What is that? That is a manifestation of the state that I've acquired. Because why? I want a state of experience. I want to experience life from a certain state of mind. I want to experience life from a certain state and flow, right? Imagine the last time that you were in flow, you were coherent with life. You didn't have any stagnant energy about you, right? You had a flow, you had a momentum. Think about that. Like anytime it's your birthday, what they call it here on planet Earth, right? Your New Year's season, any of that, what happens? You hit a certain type of flow, and that flow is coming directly with energy from the sun. Because why? The sun is shining in your season. So now you have an opportunity to tap into that flow. If you ever don't feel like you reach any kind of flow throughout your life, well, know and understand that the objective is to acquire a state so you can always be in flow. That's the main objective, right? Do what you got to do and get yourself to the state of mind or the state of experience or the state and condition that you need to get to what you want. So you got to practice that. You got to be a practitioner and understander of how do I acquire a state of mind or a state and condition in which I'm experiencing life. If y'all got any questions, man, feel free. Go ahead and tap in. You understand me? Because I'm over here just really, really enjoying this download that's coming to me. You understand me? Knowing and understanding, it's up to you to determine how far you're going to take it, right? That's also the question that my mentor's mentor would ask him, right? How far can you take it? How far are you willing to go? Well, I can go as far as my mind reaches and stretches, right? But knowing and understanding that it's all gonna calibrate right back to the states. Have you ever accomplished something one day and then the next day it was just a shitty experience? Or you had a birthday, for example, you had a hell of a birthday. It was a great day. You were in flow and so on and so forth. The next thing you know, the next experience that you had, you were like, what the fuck happened? I was just having a great experience in life. I was having the time of my life. I was enjoying every moment. And then what happened? Why does that happen? Why do we deviate from that great feeling, that great state? Well, first of all, dude, we wouldn't be able to appreciate that state of mind or that state and condition of experience without the down. You know what I'm saying? That happens right after you experience and you accomplish exactly what you wanted. You manifested exactly what you want. You got the girl of your dreams. You understand? You got the money that you wanted. You got the job that you wanted. You got a business or your business. You know what I'm saying? Finally reached that critical mass, and you were able to accomplish and receive the amount of abundance that you believed that you desired. How did that happen? It was a result of you reaching a certain state in a certain, because why? A certain state allows you to means that you're operating at a certain frequency in life. And you look at the greatest scientists of our history, right? Nikola Tesla was the one that was named. He's not the founder of it all though. Nikola Tesla, right, says that, the energy, the universe, operates off of three principles: energy, frequency, and vibration, right? So knowing and understanding that, the state that you end up in, and we're talking about still, this is all integrated to talking about upgrading your nervous system. Why is that so important? It's so important to know how to upgrade your nervous system. You got to achieve this state, hold this state, right? Because holding of the state is obtaining a certain frequency, right? You're now you're operating in coherence, right, with the flow. You're not stuck to this decision. You're not stuck to this plan or this situation or circumstance. Think about it. Every time you've had a plan, every time you wanted something to go this way, what happened? You had to let go. You had to surrender because it wasn't happening. It didn't happen how you thought it was going to happen. And if you did think it happened, you got you reach a certain state and frequency that allows you to acquire such an experience at that moment in time, right? So it's refining and fine tuning and knowing that my purpose, my role in this experience is to acquire a certain state of mind and to operate with a certain state and intelligence. When I acquire that state, I can let go of everything else because that state will bring me everything that I want. All I gotta do is stay in that state, stay in the flow, stay in momentum, right? And stay in this thing we call continuity. I'm learning. I'm talking about bits and pieces that I've understood from my mentor, but I'm also understanding how I'm applying it in my own life, right? I've acquired, y'all see the smoke coming in, right? I've acquired such a a state and a frequency over the last 3 hours. You understand me? Not even that, because even before that, I was still in a kind of just a creative state and a flow and things of that nature, right? It's about obtaining the state that you desire. That's how you're going to upgrade yourself. and then you put that state, you again, you maintain that state, right? So think about the last time you were in flow state. I think that's the best way to relate it to you, right? Have you ever been in just a state of coherence, or you've been experiencing, the flow of life, right? You were just not resistant to anything. You were just flowing. You were like, somebody suggested something. You're like, you know what? Yeah, let's try that. You know what I'm saying? Because why? Because you had the money, because you had the girls, you was happy. You know what I'm saying? You fell in love. You acquired what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? You got a chance to just experience life, right? What happened? You simply acquired a state and you learned how to maintain that state. Now, you fell out of that state, right? What is heaven and hell? These are states of mind. You are in hell when you are not in the flow, when you're not living at your fullest potential. You're not operating at your highest level of intelligence. You're not creating at the level that you want to create. You're not existing or putting out energy at the level that you want to. Damn, I'm smart. Sometimes you just got to give yourself some credit. You understand me? It's like that sometimes. You feel me? But it is what it is, man. Nah, really, truthfully, I want you to know and understand it's up to you to acquire the state that. But look, nobody can tell you what that is. And again, if y'all got questions, man, if y'all tapping, if y'all hearing anything I'm saying, man, give me some comments. You know what I'm saying? Give me some feedback. Hit the like button and things of that nature. Because, man, I want to continue to do this, to dialogue with y'all, and to bring it real, and really to just give you feedback as to what I'm experiencing. That's the only place I can really speak from. I acquired a certain state by just following a flow and a frequency, moving my body around. I had so many other plans. You understand me? I wanted to do this. I wanted to create that. I wanted to finish this project and do. I had all these agendas and plans. But man, it wasn't about that. It was about acquiring the state. And I had an intention to go live, but I didn't know what time I was going to go live. I mean, shit, I'm over here live for what, 23 minutes already. You understand me? And the value is knowing that I acquired a state where I could clearly deliver to you from the right frequency this communication. It's your responsibility to upgrade your own nervous system. But how you're going to do that, it's simple, okay? Follow the feeling. Follow the feelings that you get, right? You say you get a feeling from a song, right? Put the song on and tap in, right? Put the song on and enjoy the song. Milk it for what it is. Don't get lost in the lyrics. Just enjoy it, right? Vibe with it. Feel it out. If it makes you cry, cry. If it makes you angry, be angry, right? If it makes you, you know what I'm saying, just conscious or appreciative, or you're in admiration, right? Follow that feeling. But let that feeling guide you. Don't get lost in the feeling again. Let that feeling guide you to a certain state. You want to acquire that state, so it sometimes will come from a playlist. It will come from a series of songs. It could be one song that you put on repeat over and over and over again, like this song has been on this whole song. I mean, this whole live, right? It's gonna hold a certain frequency, a certain vibration. And so when you acquire that frequency and that vibration, right, you hold that state, you maintain that. And as you maintain that, it's extremely powerful if y'all know how to utilize it, right? Whoever tapping in get some gems right now. You understand me? Um, use this, hold, maintain this state, be in the flow, and let that flow carry you right to the next experience, right? This is something that I didn't have words on at all. Okay, I have experience on this on a consistent basis. I didn't have the right words. I had words on it, right? But I'd be repeating some flowery language I learned from, you know what I'm saying, over which where, and it just doesn't matter. You understand me? Now I can tell you deliberately, follow the feeling, let that feeling guide you to a state. Reach a state that you establish coherency with your environment, with your world, and let go. Don't have any agenda, just have your intentions. Know, okay, this is what it is that I was intending to do for the day, right? And then follow the flow. It may guide you there, it may guide you somewhere else, but understand when you operate in this level of coherency, in this flow state, man, I'm telling you, this will lead you to experiences that you just dreamed of. over and over and over again. So it's following that, being trusting in your own subconscious mind, knowing that, oh, okay, no, it's not this song, it's going to be that song, right? It's not this video, it's going to be that video. It's not this moment, no, it's going to be that moment, right? Maybe you wait a little longer to do something that you would normally do, or maybe you do something that you haven't done in a long time, right? Maybe you go smoke, you know what I'm saying, when you haven't smoked in a long time. Or maybe you go, have a shot or whatever, right? Doesn't got to be one of those, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you go for a walk and you haven't been on a walk. Maybe you go to a lake and you used to go to the lake all the time and go fishing, but you haven't done it in forever. Whatever it is, it's going to be unique to you, but it's going to come from a feeling, once again. And understand, thank you for the like, appreciate you. Understand that feeling is going to carry you to a certain state, and that state is going to carry you right to an experience and multiple experiences that's really going to take you to the next level, to the level that you desire, right? Whatever that may be. But that's how you're going to upgrade your nervous system, right? Upgrade your nervous system. That means that it's your responsibility. Nobody else can do it for you. You have to do it. You have to take responsibility for it. But there's a path, and I just laid it out for you step by step, moment by moment, okay? Rewind the video, rewind the tape, tap in, but it's simply put, I'm going to say it again, right? Allow whatever feelings it is that you got going on, any feeling. It can be anything. That means that you're not resisting anything. Allow that feeling to come in. Allow that feeling to carry you to a state of your choosing, not a negative state. Okay, a negative state. You wouldn't choose to be negative if you had the opportunity to be positive, would you? Some people are like, hell yeah, or you like, man, you ain't met the people that I met. You understand me? No, I'm telling you, everybody would rather have a positive experience. Everybody would rather have what they want in life. So in order to get what you want, we all know this inherently, right? We all know. Like if I'm feeling good in life and I'm making moves off of those good feelings, then I'm going to get more of that. But if I'm feeling bad, man, trust and believe, man. You got the whole world crashing down on you, like, man, bump this, bump that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like you get lost in that. Whereas you don't have to, right? It's up to you to steer that in the right direction, and to be conscious of the fact that nobody else is going to do that work for you. So it's up to you to figure out how to get there. But get there. And you've done it many times before. That's the beautiful thing, is like knowing that every single one of us has done this shit. Trust and believe, man. You've done this. You've gotten yourself to the state that you want. You've had the manifestations. You had the girl of your dreams at some point. You had the guy of your dreams if you was a female watcher, whatever the case may be, right? You did it. You had that manifestation come. It was not there at one point, and then it manifested and it showed up in your reality. Man, we've already done it. I've already done it. So it's getting back in coherency with that field, that frequency, that energy, that vibration, and knowing and understanding that the more that I muster up that feeling, the more that I tap into that state, because it's a state of mind, it's a condition, right? You tap into that state and you allow that state to carry you forward. That state will reap rewards like you've never even dreamed of, okay? Now get this. I've built products, every single product, with the intention of somehow, some way helping you to upgrade your nervous system, whether that be through the application of AI, right? Yeah, if y'all see the thumbnail on this video, what I did, how I made that thumbnail is I literally, right before I got on, I went to ChatGPT, I pressed the mic, I talked into my AI, I told it what I wanted, and I told it what the title was, and that's what it produced for me, because I have the certain settings, you know what I'm saying, set up to where it will produce high level quality content for me. That's what I did right before I came on and I went live. I did not have a thumbnail. I said, you know what, I want a thumbnail. And I talked to my ChatGPT. It literally took maybe 45 seconds. And then next thing you know, boom, thumbnail. So I have products that help you to do that, to where you take the thinking out of it and you can just literally program your AI, whatever it could be. It could be any AI system. You just want to have some kind of system to where you can start living your life on automatic. That was so easy. When before it would be like 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes for me to sit down and get this image from this one website, plug that into Canva, make my thumbnail and you know what I'm saying, title and things of that nature, or I would pay somebody to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because one of my brothers in IMC at the time was with it. You know what I'm saying? So the speed of your life, the way that you're living your life right now, it can all change, it can all evolve, it can all become greater by you finding out how to apply it, right? Apply um, artificial intelligence in your life, right? Make your life a lot more simple, right? If you want to do that, tap in with any of those products, because I was building a bridge for myself. Anything that I've created, you know what I'm saying, on the outside was something for me to use, right? And I just decided, I'm like, man, this was useful for me. Maybe somebody else might get value from it. You know what I'm saying? So, how to command your AI, you know what I'm saying? How to use ChatGPT in general. You know what I'm saying? How to reprogram yourself through the habits of your daily routines. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. I have different audio products that are coming out. You know what I'm saying? To help you reprogram your mind when it comes to money, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to just your sovereignty in life. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to use these systems, right? And allow that to be your change. Bro, I changed myself earlier today. I was in a certain thinking pattern. I went to my chat GPT in the same manner. I sat there, typed it out for like maybe 15 seconds. Next thing you know, I got this whole audio script. What I did is I copied and pasted that, put it into 11 Reader, and put my headphones on, and boom, I'm tapped in. And now I'm already changing myself. It's that simple. I say it's simple, you know what I'm saying, because I've been in the application of it, you know what I'm saying, for quite some time. I know it's not simple for other people. I know it. I know. You get on ChatGPT and you're like, what the hell do I do now? Right? It's like, what do I ask? So that's what I've been creating, right? I have this thing called right now it's called the Prompt Empire. The name is going to be changing. I'm evolving it. It's going to be called the Prompt Vault, right? It's going to be a vault of different things. It's going to be audio. It's going to be scripts. It's going to basically be a whole bunch of prompts that will help you to build the infrastructure that you need to build whatever it is that you want, right? I realize that not everybody wants to build an empire. Not everybody is ready to do that. Um, so that's what it is. But I'm gonna be wrapping up soon, man. I just wanted to uh, get that off my chest, basically. You know what I'm saying? That I got products and things of that nature. I'm gonna be I've been making videos and things of that nature that I'm gonna be releasing on the channel, so you'll see that on my channel, on my Instagram. Eventually on TikTok. I ain't been on the consistency with TikTok yet. Sleep too. I already know. Um, On top of that, I got CMOS, okay? Anybody who wants to get any kind of CMOS, what you're going to do is you want to go click the link in the bio, right? Tap in, get your pre-order, right? Schedule your pre-order so you can go ahead and get that. Give me some time to go ahead and get it to you. What you want to do is you want to DM me, you know what I'm saying? Or send me an email or whatever the case may be so I can get you your CMOS, you know what I'm saying? Custom made. I put a lot of, man, I love making CMOS, right? I put a lot of love, put a lot of, man, it's not the right words, you know what I'm saying? But I put a lot of good energy into it, right? I got good intentions because I love making CMOS, and especially when somebody else tries it and I see the results, and for them, you know what I'm saying? They get brighter, they feel like they got lighter energy, you know what I'm saying? Um, some people have commented their libido is crazy, you understand me? Like, it goes there, right? It helps to clear out mucus in your system. It helps to, it's a superfood. What it does is essentially it restores the minerals that have been missing from your diet, right? Missing from your daily nutritions, right? We're all missing nutritional, value. We're all missing the actual minerals and amino acids, which are the building blocks for the proteins that build up. Everybody goes and ingests protein. But what's the building blocks of protein? It's amino acids, right? So the objective is to get the right amino acids into your system so that your body is operating in its full coherence, to operate at your highest capacity, at your superhero self. You're gonna need some super self CMOS. You understand me? And that's what you want to do. You want to hit the click the link in the bio and tap in, man. Let me start making commercials and shit, man. I'm gonna just start creating, bro. Cause it's been too long, right? And I'm way too young, you know what I'm saying, to not be creating, to not be building. That's what I've been doing, man. All I've been doing is just building. I've been building. Literally every single night, I've been working on some kind of structure, some kind of design, product, and things of that nature. If you go to the link in the bio, I'm telling you, you're gonna see all my products, right? You're gonna have access to every single product that I have. I got free products, I got dollar products, I got $7 products, I got a $300 product. I think the $300 one is the most expensive right now. You know, but I'm building. You know what I'm saying? So I'm building out the infrastructure, and no, I'd actually on my self code IG, I have, you know what I'm saying, quite a few. I got like a $1,500 product. I think I got a $3,500 product over there too. You know, so it's accessible is what I'm saying. Um, that's the self code AI studio. If y'all want anything built out, you want a course, you want any kind of AI images, you want anything at all when it comes to AI, send me a DM, man, because I'm very skilled at applying, you know, the right structure, and I have access to high level quality prompts. I can make you any kind of image, you know what I'm saying, anything to the exact T, and design that you desire. You know, it's just gonna take a little bit of back and forth, a little data, you know what I'm saying, collection, things of that nature from you. But yeah, man, this is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and take these glasses off. I've been wearing these glasses the whole live stream. Probably because I look so damn high. Because I am. You understand me? I'm high as a motherfucker. But I've been enjoying this coherency. It's unlike anything else that I've ever experienced, man. So, to wrap up, because I've been going for a minute. It's been 36 minutes, and I've been loving every single moment. Every single moment of this shit, man, I love it. Why? Because I feel like I'm in a certain state. That's my whole communication for you, right? I've made this arena of a certain state of mind. And man, I'm gonna share this video with a lot of people because I want people to get it. I want y'all to understand it's the feeling. Follow the feeling. Let the feeling lead you to the states. Hold that state and get coherent and operate in that special state of coherence and watch the magic happen. You know what I'm saying? Watch it happen. Watch it. Uh, watch it give you back what you've been putting in. This is the place where you get to receive and operate in true coherence with your life, knowing and understanding that there is so much for you. There's so much that's waiting to come to you. You just got to get in that state and stay in that state and allow that state to lead you in the right direction. Where you ask the right questions, you're in communication with the right people, right? You're doing what it is that you need to do to operate in full coherency in your life, to build your life, and to operate in true harmony, right, with what it is that you want, whatever that may be. All right? I don't want to stop talking, man. Whoever's tapping in, right? Y'all got any questions? Oh, man. What's the word? This is cool, you know? Like, to reach a certain state and, again, just operate in purity, you know? Man. I said purity. It's really like a state of coherency. I don't know how to call it, man. I just love it. I feel great. Turn this music up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just continue to vibe, bro, because, man, that's the whole objective. Do what you got to do to get to the place where you feel good. Man, when was the last time you felt good? Like, just on your own. You just vibed out. You just rode the wave. Or let's say that you, man, no, I don't want to say that. Because you can acquire that with somebody else, right? But if you don't know how to do it yourself, then you're dependent on that person. You don't want to do that. But if you know how to get it and do it for yourself, now imagine compounding with somebody else that actually knows how to feel, that actually knows how to operate in their full capacity, right? Meaning that they will go there with you, right? You start dreaming, you talking about millions, they're like, yo, let's do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they hop on board with you. Like, imagine that. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. It's attainable, right? You can get there. You can make it happen, right? What's up? What's up? Appreciate you. You can acquire that, but you gotta follow the track record that I laid out. Again, start with the feeling. Allow that feeling to get you to a certain state, and that state will carry you to a certain experience. Now, when you come into to work with this, when you come into encountering, I know I said I was wrapping up, and I am gonna wrap up, but you know this is beautiful, right? When you come to a certain experience in your life that you've been waiting for, or that you've been anticipating, or whatever, right? Know and understand that, yeah, that is your opportunity to relax your nervous system or regulate your nervous system at this point in time. Because you're going to be encountering a new experience, an experience that you have not yet had, right? But it's an experience that you've been wanting. Now, this experience is going to come with certain fears, certain doubts, certain, resistances, certain, challenges and beliefs that you just weren't ready for, right? Or that you thought you weren't ready for. But believe it or not, if you're encountering it, you're ready for it. Whatever it is that you're experiencing on a day-to-day basis, when you experience it, you are ready for it, right? So if you approach it knowing that I've been ready for this, right? I've been ready to tap in. I've been ready to level up. I've been waiting on this fine woman to come, start chasing me and things of that nature, right? I've been there, right? If you're operating with that level of coherency, trust and believe, you're gonna reach a point, right, where you're gonna be challenged at that, right? And know and understand that, like, yo, when you are challenged, it's actually validation that you're on the right path. So don't shake now, right? Don't resist your evolution, your upgrade right now, because you've done the work. You got to the point where you're like, yo, I don't know if I was gonna make it, this, that, and the other, whatever, right? But you operated at that state of coherence. You began to level up, and you said, you know what? I've already made it here. Now this challenge and this challenge and this challenge is gonna come to you. Just hold it. This is the practice. Oh man, this will change your life, dog. If I was not me and I was watching this and I did not know the people that I personally know, I would be like, man, what does this man say? Which is beautiful because, I remember getting on YouTube for the first time, really looking to see, like, man, who can I really study from and things of that nature. So it's dope because now I'm reaching a point in state and time where I am that. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing, like, clearly I am that. I am. If somebody was to tap in and be like, oh shit, this man is actually speaking some truth. Like, I resonate with something here. There's some kind of truth here, right? If I was seeing me from the outside, I'd be like, he's on to something. Where is this coming from? And that's the key, right? I belong to a mastermind, right? That mastermind, we are very deeply connected. And so we know how to connect our minds, and when our minds connecting, it gives us reach on the outside. You understand me? Anyways, man. Yeah, you want to hold that state. And again, if you can mature, right, in the state that you're holding on a continuous basis, step by step, moment by moment, I'm telling you, it would change everything for you. You got to do the work. The work is put yourself in a situation or circumstance where you don't know how you're going to do it. You don't know how you're going to make it. You just don't know. But go into it. Go into that thing that scares you, right? Your fears, your doubts, the things that have been holding you back for years. That's the direction that you need to go. And I'm speaking to myself, right? I'm gonna be watching this and I'm gonna be like, damn, I'm speaking truth. You understand me? It always happens. I end up going back on my old videos and I'm like, damn, I was speaking some truth. Where'd that come from? You know what I'm saying? It be like that. Because why? Because I'm constantly upgrading my nervous system. But my best videos, my best live streams, my best moments, in life have been when I've been operating at this state. And so in my experience, I'm getting a hold of, and again, I'm getting a hold of what is here now. But if I hold on to that, this is what I'm realizing as I'm saying it. If I hold on to that experience, if I am attached to that, then that thing will begin to solidify and I'll be eventually holding it like this, like trying to hold it, right? That's not the case. What you want to do is learn different ways to begin to obtain this state. But remember, it's a state that you don't hold on to, right? It's a state that you tap into and that you begin to operate in full coherency with, right? In that state, it will carry you again from experience to experience. So then your work is what? To be unmoved by anything outside of you, right? Remain neutral, regardless of that experience, regardless of, oh man, this is exactly what I wanted. Remain neutral in the celebration of your experience, right? Do not exude, overwhelming, joy and things of that nature. If that happens, then that happens, right? But operate in a state of absolute coherence. What does that mean? Operate in a state of absolute bliss. Operate in a state of absolute, I don't have control of none of this, right? Let go and see what happens. I'm telling y'all, because you reach the state, you followed the feeling, that feeling took you to a certain state. That state was a certain, it brought up, it will continuously bring up a certain amount of experiences. What is one reference for this state? Some people will reference as a vortex. What does that mean? JD, Juice, Master Myself, what are you saying? What are you talking about, dog? A vortex. Vortex is a place where all your desires, all your experiences, all of what it is that you wish and you desire is already true. It's a vibrational place, right? Let's say that you have an idea to become a multimillionaire at some point in your life. That's an idea that the moment that you thought of it, it became true. It became true where? In the mental universe, because all is mind, right? So in the mental universe, that experience exists right here, right now. So it already became true. So your role is to get back to that thinking place, that feeling space, that state, right, of coherency where what you want already came true. Remember, it already came true. When you know this, man, this is beautiful because you can get back there. Remember when you felt very, very, very good? That good feeling, you want to carry that, you want to milk that good feeling till you get to that good state of mind, that state of body, that state of resonance where you're just in coherence. You like the way that my voice is speaking right now. I know I'm smooth. I sound smooth, whatever smooth is. You understand me? But like I feel like my vibe is going out, so I know my communication is being delivered differently. Why? I don't usually do this, people. Why? Because today, I'm figuring out for my life, how do I operate? I didn't want this video to be 47 minutes long. What the hell? You understand me? That was not my plan. I was done talking like 20 minutes ago, right? But why am I still here? Because I'm operating in such a level of coherence and that communication is coming out purely and cleanly. So it's just coming out as it needs to. I'm telling y'all, man, this is attainable. I literally just, all I did was what I do to get to this state, this coherence, this frequency. All I did was dance and move and express myself, sing, whatever. Yeah, and literally just hold that feeling, that frequency till it led me to this moment. And this is a beautiful moment. Knowing that like there was a time where I would get on video and be stumbling and didn't know what to say, and I recorded so many videos, right? I would be like, salute world, it's Master myself, tapping in. Today, then I would start stumbling and things of that nature, and I'd be like, oh man, okay, start it over. Boom, do it again. Salute world, it's Master myself. Let's throw a quote by Epictetus says, you know what I'm saying? And I would freeze, and I would go into it again, and I would do it over and over and over again. So this was a progressive, experience for myself. I did not know how to speak or how to operate in a state of coherence like I've been talking and telling y'all about, right? So I'm coming to the end of it now, right? But essentially, man, it's attainable. I'm telling y'all, man, it's beautiful. And again, every single product, I have CMOS on there. I have how to work with AI, how to command yourself, how to command your, your environment, how to command your money, how to reprogram your subconscious mind, things of that nature. I have a lot of different products that are available at the link in the bio. So y'all tap in. If y'all really enjoying this live stream, tap in there because you will get a lot more value from those actual products. Those products are simply a bridge for me, right? Teaching you how to get to your own state. Again, operating in straight cohesion, right, with your life. I talked about earlier, how I created the thumbnail for this here live stream. It was 45 seconds that I sat there and waited on my ChatGPT to go ahead and bring back to me what I asked it for. And I knew it was going to be amazing. I didn't know it was going to be that amazing. You know what I'm saying? But I knew it was going to be amazing, right? Because I programmed it to be amazing. Because why? Because that was my intention. That's what I told it to do, and that was the role that it's supposed to do. So ChatGPT or AI in general is supposed to be and fulfill a certain role for you, right? Um, just as your body, your mind. Look at this coherency once again. Your body, your mind, your nervous system is supposed to fulfill a certain role for you, and that's what it does. It does that whether you are aware of it or not. When you feel danger around you, you know you feel danger because why? Because it's your nervous system. Your nerves begin to wake up. It takes those level of experiences for you to be able to upgrade your nervous system at the level that is possible. You don't know what's possible until you fuck around and find out. You understand me? You gotta put yourself in a situation and circumstance you never experienced before. That's how you're gonna upgrade your system. Appreciate everybody tapping in, man. So what I'm saying, showing the likes, what I'm saying, tapping in, commenting, throwing things of that nature. If y'all got any questions at all, definitely tap in. If y'all got any insights into what I'm saying, if you got any kind of feedback, man, tap in with me. What I'm saying, give me a comment. Like the video, things of that nature. Because look, I want to continuously do this, and I want to do this for a living. Just get on here and talk. Talk my shit, things of that nature. But no, really, show love, to whatever degree. Thank you for tapping in and watching the whole time, too. I know you've been watching for a minute, so I appreciate you. And it doesn't go, it's not a light thing, right? Because remember, I don't know if you heard when I said it earlier, but I will be exposed, on a very high level. I'm already exposed to some very high level people. I'm saying I will be exposed to some very high level people. I mean, on a very high level, you will see my progression because I'm allowing my nervous system to be upgraded in moments where other people would not, right? Yes, I needed that message. Thank you. Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for listening, right? It takes somebody to actually listen and receive the message, right? The message can be delivered to you, but you have to be able to receive it, right? So thank you for receiving the message, right? Again, you got to put yourself in situations that are uncomfortable. When I first started going live, it was extremely uncomfortable. I'll get on live, and I remember my younger brother was on live watching, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like, it was a whole different dynamic, right? I remember getting nervous, and then first time having girls, watch me and things of that nature. I say that's right. Um, I remember, getting in a state and condition in my life and being like, being fake on camera. Like not knowing how to interact with the world, right? Um, That's why I would go through videos time and time again, like just over and over and over, repeating myself over and over, just trying to get it right. Because I know I had the role of getting the message out. And, that is my objective. Like, you got to take responsibility for your own nervous system, and you got to begin to reprogram yourself, right? Salute, brother. Hello. Sachin, hello. Um, it's your responsibility. Nobody else in this life is responsible for the experience in which you are experiencing. So know that what you're experiencing on a day-to-day basis is a result of the exposure of your nervous system. What is another word for your nervous system? Your nervous body, or your body, right? Being aware of your body, like feel your feet right now. Feel the soles of your feet right now. And understand that the moment that you feel the soles of your feet, whatever you were thinking of before you felt the soles of your feet, it disappeared just for a second. But that's the value of that. Like, be aware of your body, and that will help you upgrade your nervous system, right? The role, the objective, no matter what it is that you want to do, you want to become more successful. You want to get the women that you want to. You want to talk to the men that you want to. You want to live the kind of lifestyle that you've been dreaming of. The only way for you to do that is that you got to put yourself in a situation, circumstance where you're going to be extremely uncomfortable. And you'll be extremely uncomfortable because why? Because it's scary to live your dreams. It's scary to go after what it is that you want. You're gonna be shook. You're gonna be like, damn, what do I do? Right? You're gonna get in front of the camera. Like I said, I went through that experience and I was like, what do I do? I got people watching me. Like it's a scary feeling if you're not used to it, right? But truth be told, that's how you upgrade. You got to go through it. Look, I'm in Las Vegas, and the other night I was in a strip club with my mentor and a couple other brothers, right? And one of the girls that I knew there, she was initially interacting with me, very excited to see me, but essentially she got caught up. She was drinking, things of that nature. Not to say that it was, her fault for drinking. Well, it was her fault. She chose to drink. But it wasn't just that she was drinking. Essentially, what happened was there was a trail of events that took place that happened as a result of it happened as a result of me feeling like I had some kind of sense of control or some kind of attachment. I had an attachment, right, to how she was going to interact with me versus how she's going to interact with everybody else, right? And if you are a man and you go to strip clubs or you've been to a strip club before, you got to know and understand that that's one of the most chaotic and stimulus, rich environments you ever will participate in. If you've never gone, man, I highly encourage you to go, right? So you can get some stimulation in your life. And really, you're going to have to upgrade your nervous system the moment that you walk in that. You walk in that joint. You're going to walk in there and you'll be like, oh my goodness. Oh, damn. Oh, that's what they're doing out here. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have a whole world of experience if you have not yet gone and when the last time you was going. So I go there to regulate my nervous system. You understand me? That's a major piece of it. Of course, I go there for the beautiful women. I mean, there's beautiful women that want to talk to me. I want to talk to them. Why not? You understand me? And they're working. I can add to their work. I can make their work a better experience because why? I personally take it upon myself to work on me. I'm working on my nervous system every single day. God damn it. That's one of the things I told her. I was like, I've been working on myself every day. You understand me? And so I deserve, to have a certain kind of experience. And I have no apology about that. Anyways, without getting too carried away, that whole experience of me being in a situation where she was not doing what I wanted at all. You understand me? And she was doing what the hell she wanted and what she was there to do. You understand me? That was to work. That was to be a social butterfly. That was her to talk to everybody, even though we operate a certain code, right? So regardless of all of that, what it did for me was it put my system, my body into a situation I had not been in ever. So now I'm navigating new water, and I'm like, yo, this shit is rocky. How do you do this? How you maintain, feeling okay? Well, this dynamic is going over here. You know what I'm saying? This dynamic is going over here. Like, how do I maintain this? What is going on? Well, again, it's constantly calibrating and refining and retuning into what? That state. The state. The state. The state. That's the main communication. Get to the state that leads you to exactly what it is that you want. Your state is everything. You understand me? It's the state that you hold that carries you through experience after experience after experience. You understand me? And that's the value that's available for you. All right? It's the one and only master myself, man. I'm tapping out once again. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. It's been 58 minutes longer than I anticipated. I didn't anticipate to go live. Really? I've been wanting to. I had the intention to do it, but I didn't do it. All right? And I didn't do it for the reason that I just didn't want to do it, right? But I wanted to do it right now, today. And here we are. You know what I'm saying? We made it happen. Appreciate everybody that tapped in, that was giving feedback and things of that nature, that was liking, you know what I'm saying, watching, and you received the message. If this was truly valuable for you, find me on Instagram, or, you know what I'm saying, just comments, here on the YouTube channel. Let other people know that it was valuable. Send me a DM. I'll send you some free products. I got a lot of behind the scenes things. I got a lot of products that have not yet released. So I could definitely offer you those if you wanted to have experience to those or exposure to those. And my intention is just to help. So if I can find any way to help you, let me help you. right? Let me be of service to you. That's what I am. I'm a Virgo sun. You know what I'm saying? Gemini moon, Sagittarius rising. So I'm all about service. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about communication. I'm all about igniting you. You know, that's why I speak with passion. Oftentimes, I'm like, man, y'all gotta get it. Once you get it, you gonna explode, motherfuckers. Oh man, can't wait. Uh, I can't wait to have somebody else duplicate what I've been tapping into today. It was magical, man. Magical. Like, it's what I've been wanting. You know what I'm saying? I've been wanting to acquire a certain state, a certain experience in my life. Like being able to hold that for hours at a time and then to come on here and just to speak in a free, you know what I'm saying, manner and a free frequency, man, like it's nothing like it, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if anybody's really understanding what I'm saying. You feel me? Aside from the people that's been commenting, so thank you for your comments. And like I said, if it's really valuable to you, find me on Instagram. It's the same name that I have here on Instagram. I mean, YouTube, and tap in with me there. Send me a DM. Like I said, I'll send you some free products. You can find me on Telegram also. Um, and let me see. If I had one final communication, I would simply say this, man. Enjoy every single moment. Why? Because it's your life and can't nobody live it but you, right? Don't believe anything different, right? You are very unique. You are having a very unique experience, and the world needs to know. Somebody in the world needs to know what your experience is in this life, right? You matter. You matter. Why do you? How do you know you matter? Well, your body is actual physical matter. So that's your first sign, right? Recognize that. Know that you actually matter. You are matter. You're physical matter. So you're making a difference right now. And what's happening in this life, what's happening on this planet is not what you think it is. It's just not what you think it is. It's not what I thought it was for years. I grew up a certain type of way. They told me I had a religion. They told me I had to live by this name. They told me I was black. They told me all this shit that was constraining me to some kind of idea or identity. But that's a whole nother conversation. We might go ahead and, talk about that on the next one, man. I could talk for forever because this is what I do. All right. So I appreciate y'all, man. As always, once again, I go by the name Master myself. If y'all enjoyed this, like I said, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, whatever the case may be. Share this video to whoever you want to. Hopefully it's of value, to everybody that comes across it. And I know it's valuable for me just simply because of the state and the transference of my communication. I never communicated as purely, as honestly, as truthfully as I did here today. So it's an honor and a pleasure. Once again, I go by the name Master myself. I belong to a tribe, a worldwide movement called IMC Nation. If y'all have not heard of us, you will one day. I will put my life on that. Um, I go by the name Master myself, and what I always say is knowledge of self is knowledge of wealth. It's the one and only Master myself. Tapping out. Appreciate you.